Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Calling this meeting to order. It is 6:30 p.m. Dr. Roach, please do the roll call.
Mr. Ann Berenson,
Here.
Mr. Farugi,
I think we lost Mr. Farugi.
I think
His microphone's not on.
Yeah, he's muted. Mr. Farugi? I'll come back. Miss Francois?
Muted.
Mr. Kovacs let me know he would not be joining us this evening. Miss Davenport?
Here.
And Chairwoman Ford.
Here.
Okay, I'm here also.
Thank you.
No one cares.
Councilwoman Francois, are you there? Councilwoman Francois, can you hear us? She might. Commissioner Faruqi, can you hear us? Francois?
I can hear you now. My laptop was on mute.
Okay, you're there. Faruqi?
I have a hard stop, but today's my mother's 90th birthday, and I can't be there with her, but I'm hosting a Zoom at 7. So I have a hard stop at 7.
Okay. Well, there's nothing new or exciting. It's just regular business.
Commissioner Faruqi?
90 years old is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother's birthday is the same day as Joe's mother's birthday, March 4th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to both of you.
God bless.
Mothers.
Commissioner Faruqi, I saw your hand raised with the little emoji thing, so I'll put you in.
Okay, please stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States
of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one
nation,
under God, indivisible,
with liberty
and justice.
Justice for all. Thank you. Okay. In accordance with the provisions of Chapter 231 New Jersey Public Laws of 1975, the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by giving of notice to the Courier News, posting the agenda in the public lobby of this building 48 hours prior to this meeting, delivery of this notice to the Franklin Township Clerk at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and mailing notice to those persons properly requesting to be mailed notification of meetings at least 48 hours prior to this meeting. Is there a motion to open a meeting for public comments?
So moved.
Motion to open the meeting.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second. Ram.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? I see the Franklin Reporter and Advocate here, but I don't see anyone else here from the public. With that said, is there a motion to close the meeting for public comments?
Motion closed.
Francois.
Second? Schmidt?
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion's carried. Now for approval of minutes, reorganization board meeting on February 4th, 2025. Dr. Roach, did you receive my?
I did. I've already made that correction before our meeting, so we're good.
Okay. Any questions? Any changes to those minutes?
I have a couple of comments.
Okay. Commissioner Schmidt?
Yeah, let me just get to it.
On page 5, we have appointment of the consulting engineer. And then on page 6, it says the chairperson and secretary are hereby authorized and directed to execute the attached contract with CME Associates. Unless I'm missing something, I don't see an attached contract.
Dr. Roach, was there a contract attached to the original resolution? I didn't. We didn't.
I will check into that. They should have all been attached though, so that they would be as part of it. I would be more than happy to go ahead and send the attachments out so that everybody has a copy.
Well, it's not necessarily a matter of sending the attached comments out. I mean, these minutes are supposed to be for the public. And so the public should be able to see those contracts, I believe.
Okay.
And
And
I have the same point about the appointment of the auditor, which is on page 6, and then on page 7 it says the attached contract.
Yeah.
And then for the bond counsel services, page 14, and on 15 it says the attached contract.
Okay, I can send them out again, and if council finds it appropriate, then we can table them so that I can have them.
April, I believe those contracts were part of the package you sent out. And of course, they would also be already on our website. Is that correct, Dr. Roach?
I don't recall exactly, Joe.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, I don't recall exactly.
We'll make sure we'll satisfy all that. Commissioner Schmidt, you make a very good point.
Well received.
Okay, as well as they're available for the public to see. That's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I can do is I can send them to our website host. I can send them out so that they can attach them as early as tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to do that. Thank you all.
Are there any other questions regarding the reorganization minutes? And with that said, is there a motion to accept those minutes pending, not pending, but with the attachments of the contracts?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried. Regarding the working session regular board meeting minutes of February 4th, 2025, are there any questions regarding those minutes? Is there a motion to accept the minutes as is?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, now for the executive summary, professional reports, executive director.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Okay, for the summary of projects, the executive report, I'm going to start with the finance platform upgrade and migration. This is a project that's being entirely managed by Dr. Roach. All the aspects are moving forward positively and as expected. I would like to just ask her to give a few details to the board on it.
Okay. We are at the very tail end of the migration under the finance platform. Right now, we are bringing a conclusion to doing the projects in there, escrow, and I think we're doing pretty good with that. As far as the utility billing, we have a tentative date to start the training in May for utility billing, and then in June we're looking at a June 1st, which will actually be June 2nd for that Monday go live date. So I'll update you at the next meeting if Joe would like me to do that. But that's where we are. We're moving forward with both.
And I'll also just remind everybody that I'm going to have our auditor at the end of everything audit the platform as compared to the old platform. So we know we have an accurate continuity of bookkeeping records. Okay, the high bay garage, that project is completed with the exception of the approval from the Delaware Raritan Canal Commission, and that's what's been lingering and in progress for the last year and a half. We are working with them on a stream corridor preservation waiver agreement. We have basically, we're going to have to come to an agreement with them to preserve land, a certain amount of land equal to the amount that we disturbed. And we're either going to preserve it on our property or we'll ask the owner of the detention basin next to us to sell us a preservation easement on that land. And that just means, whatever gets preserved can never be built on or disturbed. And they may require us to improve it, like plant trees and bushes and so forth. Somerset Street Pump Station Rehabilitation Project. It's really an upgrade project. The pump and crane were set up. There are some minor outstanding items that are on the punch list. The new grinder is in production. And last week we did conduct a pump startup on the 28th, and everything seems to be moving positively forward. The Brookline Avenue Rehabilitation Project, which is cousin to that one, is going well. The manhole-to-manhole lining is at 66% completed. The main-to-house lining is at approximately 4% completed. And the cured-in-place point repair is at 12% completed. It has been reported that there is a defective section of pipe lining of approximately 45 feet of lining within an 8-inch pipe. And that defective section is going to have to be dug up with a trench in the middle of the road. Upon further inspection of that road area, this is a road, by the way, that had work done from the water department, and that water department put new pipes in the ground. I believe there's new pipes. However, there's a defection of road work that's basically cracking and crumbling and deteriorating, which is not expected because it's only 2 years old, the road. So we're concerned with that because that would probably only happen if, one, they didn't compact the road correctly and the ground is basically falling in like a sinkhole. Or worse, there's a water leak down there and the water leak is creating an erosion pocket, and that is creating, making the road collapse. In any case, why do we care? Because if we have a trench that's supposed to be 45 feet long, and that's right up against this defective area of the town may try to get us to fix that whole area when really they should be fixing it. So we went out there to inspect it. Me, Commissioner Kovacs, Commissioner Faruqi couldn't meet that day, but we went out there, inspected it, we took pictures and so forth, and we decided to have another meeting that involves the Township Water Department or the Director of DPW and some of our commissioners and myself and staff to go out there and come up with a contingency agreement with the town so the proper owner of the work is assigned correctly. Other than that, the project's going by smooth and as expected. Those two projects are under a federal grant being administered by the county and town. For the month of February, we have submitted to the county $185,909.09. giving us a total to the county that we submitted, $268,546.61. We also submitted to the township under this grant the total of $1,505,699.78. We have yet to receive any of that money, but I can assure you we are running after it. The Weston Canal Pump Station Rebuild and Move project, that's the big project. Meeting was held in February with PSE&G. The access license agreement that was submitted to NJDEP is still in legal review. We're estimating this will take to the end of November, but we are going to take additional steps to rattle their cage to see if we can't get this an answer from their legal department sooner. And the engineering of the project, CME, has submitted a draft RFA for the NJDEP flood hazard area and freshwater wetlands permit acquisition phase services. The next project is a Commerce Drive pump station rehabilitation. The shop drawings are still in progress and being reviewed by staff, and we still anticipate long lead times for materials. These lead times were reported and now to be expected. Shirley Avenue Pump Station upgrade project. The attorney is performing a title search and getting a title insurance policy because we intend to purchase a section of that land, approximately 20 feet, and we want to make sure they have a clean title and that title search gets insured. The next steps on this project, once the title search is completed, would be to send an offer letter with our documentation. Under general engineering, the category of New Brunswick, the water data was sent to New Brunswick for the 2024 reconciliation. Flow study number 2 at Harrison Towers ends in March. Then after that will be the data review of that flow study. And flow metering for the New Brunswick interchange manhole hasn't progressed, but CME will be contacting Mr. Drulis of New Brunswick to arrange for its implementation. That concludes my project summaries, and if you would like, Chairwoman, I can move right on to the Executive Director report.
Please do.
Okay, thank you. The revenue report as of January 31st, we received checks that were deposited, $3,224,603.43, which is average. Year collected, we have $14,341,566.74, which is also average. We have an open balance due of non-metered sewage of $10,364,561.52. For the month of February, penalties generated was $19,195.98, which is high, above average. So I just want to bring to the board's attention that this month we are not providing yet an expense report. It's not available today. So I'm just interjecting. As some of you know, our bookkeeper resigned to take another job after 6 months of working here. And that void required us to bring in a temporary bookkeeper that needed also training. And we're in between the Edmonds and the Harris platform. So we couldn't get everything done by tonight, which would include the finances. So what I intend to do is to have the expense report generated between now and the next meeting, and I'll send it out. And we could also individually report this month's expense reports next month, along with next month's expense report. So again, I apologize for the inconvenience, but I wanted to give you full transparency why that's not available tonight. The next financial report is our cash position effective February 28th, 2025. In the category of unrestricted, we have $2,678,878.75. Under the restricted category, we have $14,720,557.14. And under designated, we have $4,582,842.24, giving us a total net cash position of $21,982,278.13. Under discussion items that I've noted for our budget, the budget process does begin this week. Our fiscal year budget does begin June 1st, and it will, starting this week, hopefully we'll be able to get it completed before June 1st. Worst case scenario, August 1st. The user rates, under that category, user rate increase, I've just marked it as possible, and I'll keep the board updated as we go forward. Under land acquisition, we are still in the process of acquiring land from PSE&G, and part of that process includes the land access or acquisition from NJDEP for a sliver of land in front of that parcel, and also the Shirley Avenue pump station, which, as I reported, we are awaiting a title search through the attorney's office. I will also note that we are under the volunteer firefighter response policy. It is now submitted back to the attorney's office for the final legal legal review. And then when that's completed, I'm going to sit down and have all the managers review it before its final release. Under PSE&G, I've highlighted that because I would like to everybody note that PSE&G rates are going to be going up approximately 20%, maybe as high as 30%. This is not only true for us and not only true for the entire state of New Jersey, but it's probably true for 13 states, including Washington, D.C. So it's 13 states in D.C. You can expect huge electric bill rates going up, starting probably June or July. So that will impact our operations budget, and I'm going to need to reflect that in our upcoming fiscal year budget. Additionally, that being said, I jumped down to connection fees. I just modified that today, and I marked it as they may go up. Once we do the financial analysis, it's absolutely possible they're going to go up. Under internal engineering, we had one connection for the month, and we do expect an increase of connection between now and June. Staffing strength and discussion. I did schedule a personnel committee meeting for Friday with the personnel committee members, Schmidt and Barrison. One of the things we'll be talking about of significance is the bookkeeping office and possible reconfiguration within there. I will note, though, as part of the fill the void of our bookkeeper leaving employment here is the cross training that I instituted through Dr. Roach a couple of years ago is paying off, because one of our billing staff members is now going to be participating in the bookkeeping office as well. I reported on the Somerset County and the municipal grants earlier. Don't have to redo that. And all projects are moving forward as expected. Under standard resolutions tonight, commissioners, we have all standard resolutions with the exception of North Track. There will be no resolution. And under additional resolution, we have one, and that resolution is to authorize us to reject a public bid and re-advertise that public bid for the pump replacement for School Avenue. And Chairwoman, that concludes my reports.
Thank you. Regarding the committee reports, Negotiation and Personnel Committee, is there anything to report?
Not now. Nothing
Okay,
to report.
thank
Nothing,
you.
yeah, nothing to report. I think as the executive director reported out, we are meeting with him to go over the personnel matters.
Thank you. Municipal Liaison, Commissioner Francois.
The Financial Oversight Subcommittee of the Council has been meeting weekly to go over the new fiscal year budget, and we've been discussing requirements from the Sewage Authority as well. I don't have anything to report at this point, but I may have something to report at another meeting.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Francois, I have some ideas that in that area. If you can, maybe call me after the meeting or some other time. I'd like to fill you in.
Okay. I'll call you tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, at your convenience.
I'm sorry, I got to drop, guys. See ya.
Okay,
Bye.
take care.
Happy birthday to your mom. And you too, Joe.
Excuse me?
Well, I was saying telling her to say happy birthday to her mom. I don't think she heard it, and I said, and to you too, Joe.
Thanks. My birthday's not till the 9th, but I'll take it now.
I was talking about your mom.
Oh, my mom. She's in heaven, so she hears you.
Okay, I don't care about your birthday. I care about her.
Okay, for the Construction Committee, is there anything to report? Okay. The Safety Committee, I don't see that there are any issues with safety.
We've got no injuries for the month, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Now for the resolutions. The approval of the resolutions will be done by consent agenda. All of the items listed below are considered to be of routine nature, thereby requiring one motion and 1 second for all items. If any member wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda, please advise me at this time which resolutions need to be handled separately, and they will be addressed and voted on separately. Resolution number 1, the payroll account, $146,111.65. Resolution number 2, the operating expense account, $185,218.54. Resolution number 3, the general fund, $191,665.83. Resolution number 4, renewal and replacement, $164,333.64. Resolution number 5, the escrow fund, $2,444. Is there a motion to adopt these resolutions?
You're waiting for a motion?
Waiting for a motion to adopt the resolutions.
Yeah, I make the motion. I was trying to unmute my phone. I mean the microphone.
Okay. Is there a
I'll
second?
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolutions are adopted. Resolution number 6 is an additional resolution. It's a resolution authorizing the authority to reject bid and re-advertise for the receipt of bids for the School Avenue pump replacement project.
I have a question on that. Is there? I'm sure there's a valid reason. Can I just get some background on that?
Executive Director?
I'm sorry, Commissioner, what was the question?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Commissioner Barrington.
Okay. Now, there's a proposal to reject the bid and then re-advertise. I was just wondering what transpired with the bid and the reasons to.
I'd like to ask Scott Nacero to jump in here. He's expertly positioned to answer that.
So basically, the pump bid that came in, the equipment that was submitted was not the direct replacement and or the same manufacturer as we currently have at the pump station. So looking at the submittal, I had asked CME for their attention to look at it as well, and we basically came up with the same thing. Some of the dimensions are off, which means it will not be a direct replacement. Since it is an in-house project and our staff would be doing the work, it would be simpler if we had the same equipment as we currently have, just a newer version, so that we can just remove and replace in kind.
Got it. Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome, sir.
Any other questions?
No.
With that, is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
I'll
So
move.
moved.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion is adopted. Excuse me, the resolution is adopted. Is there a need to go into executive session? Okay.
There is not, Madam Chairman.
No.
Okay. With that, are there any other items that need to be discussed during this meeting?
I don't have any, Chairwoman.
Okay. If there's nothing else to discuss, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion
Yeah,
to adjourn.
Is there a second? Don't all jump in at one time. Okay. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I doubt it.
You guys are very fast with the motions to adjourn, that's for sure.
No.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great
All
night.
right. Have a good night, folks.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everyone.
Night.
Everybody.
Good night.